He had and he introduced, and of course Tradescantia, the plant itself that was named after him, it remembers the plant in a garden plant, and, you know, as Helen appreciates, it's a common garden plant, but we don't often associate with the man.
Yes.
Helen, are your fingers green?
My fingers are not particularly green, but I love gardening,
Yeah.
and I love going to bed with gardening books. And when we were
Excellent.
saying earlier on, I've heard that name. Of course, that's
The
how I
plant.
learned the plant from the
Indeed.
plant. Absolutely.
Christine, you'll approve of this.
Yes.
Look at this. Look at this picture of Helen Mirren gardening. Where's that? Outside your trailer?
That's outside my trailer in Lithuania, so you can see wherever I
Fantastic.
am, I try and make
Excellent.
a garden.
And it
Yeah.
proves the point that you can garden anywhere in the world with
Absolutely.
absolutely
Yes.
anything.
Yes.
And Christine will go anywhere to help you.
Absolutely. Yes, I'll pack my travel.
Yes, I'm a bit
So
of a pot
when would you
farmer.
like to have been British, living in Britain? When would that have
I think late 18th century, early 19th century, that sort of era, I think. I mean, obviously there was suffering, there was poverty, there were all kinds of difficulties, and there was disease and all the rest of it, so I don't want to over-romanticize it. But it was unpolluted.
Yeah.
You know, I loved the fashion.
So what would you have done? What job would you have done at the time?
Oh my God, don't ask me that. I mean, I hope I would have been an actress, because at least in that era, I would have been allowed to be an actress. Earlier on, 100 years before that, women, of course, weren't allowed to be actresses.
Well, we want to hear your thoughts on when would be best to be British. The address is always bbc.co.uk/The1Show.
Great film, this. Claire Balding's been doing a series for The1Show on remarkable animals, and her latest contender must be the smartest of them all.
A golden retriever who knows when his owner is having an epileptic fit before she does.
This is my dog Archie. Now, naturally, I think he's pretty special, but I'm afraid he's nothing compared to the golden retriever that I'm about to meet. Come and see why Tony and her dog AJ are so extraordinary. Tony Brown Griffin suffers from severe epilepsy and is visually impaired. Her epilepsy was so bad, she was medically retired at the age of 22, and she'd given up any idea of having a family. Today, things couldn't be more different.
Wash.
Now that is what I call a useful dog.
Thank you.
Hey, AJ.
Wash.
Now, this isn't the only thing he does by any means, is it?
No, he's primarily a seizure alert dog for epilepsy. These are add-on tasks that he does to make my life a little bit easier. Wash.
Does he sort colours from whites?
He's not very good at colours.
So what happens when you're about to have a seizure?
40 minutes prior to a major seizure, AJ will come up and start licking my left hand quite obsessively. If he was to go on to start nosing it and pawing at me, then it would be a minor seizure. But if he continues to look at it, then it's going to be a major seizure.
Now, my dog occasionally licks my hand. How is the way AJ licks you different to affection?
AJ, when he's alerting, he licks almost as if it's been painted with cream cheese or butter. He is obsessed. And if I take it away, he's seeking it out and nudging me, and he's very insistent. It's very easy to see the difference between him just licking at my hand and alerting.
And do you have any idea what it is that's changing in your body that he picks up on?
I haven't got a clue. The first thing I would know if I didn't have a seizure alert dog is coming round on the floor. I really haven't got a clue.
Scientists still don't know exactly how dogs predict seizures, but they may be responding to clues like facial expression, muscle tension, or perspiration. And in terms of timing, you've said 40 minutes before.
Yeah.
Is that exact?
He's nearer sort of 41 and a bit minutes, but he's 100% accurate to the time. You can almost set your clock and say, right, I've got X number of minutes left and count down.
And what happens then in the next 41 and a half minutes?
I normally make sure the children are safe if they're out with me. If I'm out somewhere, then I try to get home if I'm near enough. If I'm at home, then I get Miriam to sleep or in her bedroom, which is safe, and then settle down myself and wait for the seizure.
AJ is trained to help Tony in all sorts of ways if she becomes unable to move.
Go find me Blue. AJ's trained to fetch me the phone so that I can call for help, or he'll also get things for me like my inhaler or a medicine pack.
So it's only to do things if you are incapable of doing them?
Yes.
Come. Give. Good boy.
Did you ever think that there was going to be a problem having children at all?
There wasn't really going to be any option of having children. I had such severe epilepsy that the amount of drugs I was on would have damaged the baby during being carried if I didn't fall and damage her. So we had got used to the idea that we wouldn't have children.
When you went to hospital to have Mimi, what happened to AJ?
He came with me. He spent 3 weeks in the hospital in London with me and was an absolute superstar. But he was at my side when I delivered her.
You wouldn't be here if it wasn't for dogs. Do you know that? You wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. So he hasn't just changed bits of your life, he has completely changed your life.
It's only something that somebody that suffers from epilepsy can understand, is the not knowing when a seizure will strike. You know, the fact that it goes along with heavy falls and injuries. I was in and out of hospital departments, they knew me by first name, and it's only Tony again. I haven't seen them for years. Just every aspect of my life is so much easier. OK, off you go. Off you go.
It's important, is it, to let him just go wild and have a day off?
Yes, he has lots of regular, good fun dog walks. I think it's important for him to let his hair down and be a dog. Go find it then. Go find it. I could have only dreamed of the life that I live now. Everything for me has changed in so many ways. I didn't even dare think that I'd have the independence that I've got now. I've just got complete freedom.
It's an absolutely remarkable story. Like, you worked with dogs, didn't you, in the Queen film? Have you
I
become
did.
fond of corgis?
I love dogs, all dogs, actually, and you know, stories like that just I find so moving, and I think we so underestimate animals.
There you are with your dogs.
Yes, my naughty corgis.
Did
I
you
love
become attached to them?
I loved them. I could see why the Queen loved them. Absolutely, they're just so mischievous and and full of character and curious about everything. I thought they were absolutely great. Yeah.
Just something we haven't mentioned is, of course, your born name was
Mironov. Yes, Mironovna, I guess. Yes.
Elena
Lydia Mironov.
But wouldn't that be better as an actress? Isn't that more exotic? What,
this?
Yes. Well, I don't know. Just very sort of Russian. Yes.
Yes, but my dad changed our name when I was about 7 or 8 years old. He very much wanted to assimilate. He didn't want to be a weirdo foreigner in the middle of a...
But it's a stage name. People choose all sorts of exotica, don't they?
Yes, maybe better for a ballet dancer,
Possibly.
Yeah.
There's a great picture of your ancestors in Russia. I like this.
Yes.
Like nothing more than to sit around in the snow, making the bottoms cold.
I know, and little did they know. That's such a Chekhovian picture, isn't it? I mean, little did they know what was coming in such a short space of time when that photograph was taken. They're just young, slightly posh people having a lovely time, and it all changed very rapidly.
Who's to know, a revolution was about to come, but your dad got out in the nick of time.
Yes, my dad was 2 when he left, 2 years old. He left with his father and my grandmother. And they came to Britain.
And we see you and your sister going back to somewhere I can't read, because I can't read Cyrillic.
Kuryanovna, it says, yes.
And that's your...
And that was my family estates. I went back there last year. We found it, which was... I didn't know where they were, but they were found, and we went back and visited. It was an amazing experience.
Fantastic. Loads of other great pictures.
There are. It's really a wonderful book, and as I say, it's crammed with photographs, which I just love. In the frame. Yeah.
Now, you said we've got a little Cilla Black moment for you here. So can we see the picture of those dogs again? Can you get those up again? We saw Dame Helen as the Queen with her dogs there.
Yes, which she grew very...
You said you were fond of them.
Very fond.
And we got a little surprise for you, because here they are. They are here, aren't they?
Yes,
you went some barking earlier. Come on, bring them in.
They're the very ones.
Yes,
Poppy,
please.
Megan and Oliver.
These are Poppy, Megan and Oliver. They're not impersonators, these are the same dogs.
Hello, Liz. How are you? Thank you. Sit yourself down, Liz.
Hello, fine, thanks.
Yeah.
Hello, my babies. How are
Can you tell one...
Look at them. They're so... Hey,
Liz, take a seat there if you
Sit
can.
down,
There
Liz.
you go.
So
Thank you.
Can you tell one from the other still, Helen?
No, I never could. I just love them all unconditionally. But they're a little bit older now. They're a little bit calmer than they were.
Yes.
But do you remember how strict I was with them?
Yes, you were very good. Yes, you were very good.
I know what they're sitting there thinking.
Now they're sensible, grown-up.
They're sitting there thinking, where were our Oscars? You got all
They did have an Oscar. They deserved
Liz,
an
thank you
Oscar.
very much for bringing them in.
Listen, thank you both very much.
Yes, thank you,
you very much.
Helen.
And tomorrow on the sofa, Mick Fleetwood and...
Art Garfunkel.
What a day that'll be. Join us then.
Bye-bye.